Hey everybody, it's Maureen and Rob, aka the Stromads, your Tequila Tasting Nomads, and today we have a great show for you and a special treat. We want to welcome back our good friend Chaz, who is joining us, and
we're joining you today from the Red Rock Canyon, out just 22 miles out of Las Vegas. A beautiful scenic loop drive we just took, and you can see the mountains in the background. So if you're in the Vegas area and you want to get out of the casino, you want to see some great scenery, come out, take a drive around Red Rock, and be sure to stop and have a little tequila.
Oh my God, and bring a jacket because it's a little chilly and windy out here. So let's get right into it. We're pretty excited. And what are we tasting today?
Today we're going to do a little bit of Lelo Blanco tequila.
So I'm going to do you feel like pouring?
Sure.
Let Chaz pour that. Lelo is pretty new on, I guess, the whole market, and it's only been out maybe 2 years now, maybe a year.
It came out during the pandemic.
Yeah. So we've got a great story to tell you, and we are pretty excited. I know on the video you can't really see this bottle, but when I look at it, it's like, holy crap, it's so clear. And I mean, it should be, but this, it just looks, it looks just beautiful. So we're gonna get this party started. What do you think? We do not have our Glencairn glasses with us today, so we're doing the very best we can. But wow, I love that they the alcohol, which I would normally smell on the first smell of a Blanco. I would usually get alcohol on it, but this, not so much. There is, wow, some really great aromas going on. What do you get, Chaz?
Citrus and a cooked agave.
Yeah, definitely. I don't know whether my nose is too big. I get a lot of cooked agave. I don't know. I'm going to have to go in for the taste.
Yeah.
What do you?
It's nice and clean.
Can you? Did you already taste?
I did.
Did you get that party started?
I got my party started. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh my goodness.
It's pretty interesting.
Wow. Okay, so I got that black pepper down, but that front is man, there's some really nice stuff going on, and I think I love that the most that it's not alcohol. It's this. Sometimes I think that Blanco is going to be like fire water, but it is not. Tell us what you're getting in your taste, in your palate.
It's definitely smoother than a typical Blanco. I do get a little like vanilla note in there, and some cinnamon, some spicy cinnamon.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Gosh,
it's different.
It is, and you just normally don't think of Blanco really, to me, as a taster or a sipper, but this really is right there, and that's how they bill it, to be a Blanco that you can just sit there and sip, and I could see that at this point.
So Tequila Matchmaker gives this, let me say what the panel gives this an 89.
Wow.
Yeah, and the community gives it an 88.
That's
it
big.
Is huge for anything. Lelo comes from a very interesting lineage, and we are going to tell you a little bit more about it. Let me just tell you real quick though, the tasting notes say you're going to get agave, citrus, cinnamon, raw agave, and vanilla. I've never really smelled, I don't think, raw agave, or I don't know how to distinguish that. The tasting notes, cooked agave, which we all love. That's the reason why we drink tequila anyway. Cinnamon, which is really funny. That's an interesting taste to come out.
Sure.
It's citrus and cinnamon, and I bet it would be really great with orange slices. Taste that. Pepper and vanilla. So that is some good stuff there. So I'm going to let Chaz pour me a little bit more, and I'm going to pull up something, if you don't mind if I read it, about the oh, I don't have any data connection in here. I wished I would have written it down.
Well, how about an ad lib?
Go ahead. Oh, you want me to ad lib it?
Well, since I don't know, I'm not reading your mind today.
So let's start off with the story, I guess, of where this tequila came from. Lelo. Lelo is a nickname given to the founder of this tequila. So Lelo comes from a interesting heritage, legacy, lineage, and we'll tell you who that is in a minute. Lelo's founder is Eduardo Lelo Gonzalez. He and his friend David, they've been around tequila forever. In fact, Lelo was named Lelo from his grandfather, which many of you will know as the great Don Julio Gonzalez. And he was born into tequila making, and he has been around it forever, and he loved it. He loves it so much. He loves his people. He loves everything tequila. So he and his friend David wanted to make the very best Blanco tequila that they could possibly make. And Lelo's young. I think he's was born in 1989. So what does that make him? 33 years old, 32 years old. Is that right? So he's a young guy, and he has made a beautiful, beautiful tequila. He made it for his family and his close friends, just a private batch, but boom, it caught on, and now it is in such high demand. I personally have been looking for this since I heard about it last year, and we happened to be in a little liquor store in Amarillo, Texas, and it was sitting all by itself on the shelf. So if you read on their website, they talk about being mindful of the flavors that will come out as you're sipping. This is not a shot tequila. Please don't do shots. Well, you can, but we would prefer you to sip with us. Being mindful, sipping, tasting, enjoying it. They want you. Or what did they say about this is not a special tequila.
This makes the occasion special.
Sharing it with your friends and your family. And I know that Rob probably has something he wants to offer about this tequila.
Lelo, the thing that makes it nice, it's clean, it's clear, and that's because it only has 3 ingredients. It's the 100% agave. It is deep well water, and we've talked about well water and how that influences the flavor of the tequila. And what makes it interesting is, I think this, as a Blanco, it doesn't go into the barrels, so it's not aged. And normally, a lot of the aging and the flavor profile of a tequila comes from the barrel or the aging process, so this doesn't have it. So how do they give it that floral citrus taste? What happens with that? Well, one of the things that makes this tequila unique is they use a champagne yeast, and the champagne yeast comes from the wine industry, and the grape yeast gives that floral citrus profile that comes out in this, and some of the vanilla and some of the flavor. And I think they've done a fantastic job with it, because it has so much flavor. To me, for a Blanco, you just wonder, how did they do that? And that's part of the way they did it, and part of it is the well water. Their champagne yeast is proprietary. And they also they have a special way that they a little bit that they cook the agave that helps in the flavor as well.
Wow, that is that's pretty interesting. I love that, and it is totally totally different than any other. You're probably not going to want to make margaritas. We would make Winnie a Paloma if she wanted to join us on our tequila. But yeah, you're going to want to sit around. This is a daytime.
Yeah.
This is fun. We're obviously daytime here.
Well, if you look at Lelo's profile and stuff,
yeah.
They not only did they want a great sipping Blanco, but they also have a really healthy respect for the mixology community.
Yes, they do.
And they do want it in margaritas. They do want it in cocktails. One that I want to try that we haven't tried that they talk about is called ranch water. And it's just simply the Blanco tequila, soda water, and a little bit of lime.
Oh, well, we could definitely do that.
So, yeah.
Maybe we'll try that later on. So yeah, I think that this is a keeper.
Sure is.
You?
Yes.
Tell us a little bit more as you get into it, Chaz. After a couple other drinks, what are you feeling? What are you tasting?
Just that smoked agave, but unlike some of the other Blancos I've tasted, it's not the burn. There's no burn. There's no heat. There's a little, cinnamon spice, but it's just really easy drinking. And I don't know if it's because the care they put into it. They only use the very mature agave plants instead of getting them before they're picking them before they're ready. The steaming process that they use. But
so they also they only harvest Highlands agave, which is from the lowlands are like 3,800 feet. The Highlands are up closer to 5,000 to 7,000 feet. So the Highlands agave tends to have a little more fructose and a little sweeter profile. So that possibly might be it as well.
Well, it's beautiful. It's wonderful. It is a keeper if we could find it. We don't normally have a lot of Blancos. So I am definitely a thumbs up on this one. I'm a keeper.
I'm a keeper. First Blanco
I'm
I
a
really
keeper.
enjoyed.
Oh, Gwenny,
Yes.
you want to see if you want to be a keeper?
All right.
Come on in, Gwenny.
Our fourth partner in crime here. Mrs. Chaz has joined.
It's actually not that bad.
See? Lelo, we love you.
All right. So
thank you for making a wonderful tequila for us to enjoy. If you are out there, Art and Michelle of the Roaming Royals, we think you should try this, and we are going to try and score a bottle for when we catch up with you.
Absolutely. So we're the Stromads. We're still coming to you from...
And Chaz.
The Stromads and Chaz. And we're coming to you from Red Rock Canyon here in Nevada. Cheers.
Salud.
We'll see you next time.